This is Anna, Soul Embrace Tarot. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety. So I thought I would do a reading, a one deck reading, using my deck. For the collective, not everyone will resonate. I'm trying to keep myself distracted. Honestly, we shouldn't really get too bad, but for some reason this storm has given me a lot of anxiety. So, you know, just trying to keep myself distracted, and then tomorrow everything will be fine. All right, so for the collective, again, sorry, if you might not resonate with it, right? And that's okay. Just push it aside. It's not for you. Excuse me. I'm gonna try not to have to edit, so I might be clearing my throat or coughing a little bit. Just ignore it, please. Okay. All right, Spirit. Let me shuffle it a little bit more. One deck reading. Guidance will be from the deck as well. So let's see how that works. Okay. Spirit, what message do you have for the collective? What message do you have for them at this time, Spirit? What do they need to know? For whoever will resonate with the message. Dang. I guess there's no message. Memories. Feeling nostalgia. Doing some life review. Wow, Spirit, really? Should I switch decks? Like, okay. I mean, that's strange. All right, so then let's leave that as an overall energy, and let's, okay, let me choose a different deck. Hold on. Okay. Trying to connect things that might have happened in the past with things that are happening now. Trying to understand, could this from the past have affected what's happening now? There's still a part of you that's connected to the past. It's like an essence of you is still attached. Excuse me. Okay, Spirit. What else? Or what's the message here? If that's the overall, what's the message for them, Spirit? Okay. Huh. Dang. I sorry. This is a heavy one. Dang. That life review, right? This life review, for whoever resonates here, is about that connection to the past. Can be partly or mostly for some family patterning showing up here, and trying, this person that I'm connecting to here, that I'm seeing their message, is trying to and forgive my nails, I haven't done them. My anxiety doesn't let me do anything constructive. So yeah, I started to chip, I started to peel them, and that's how they've remained. Just think of them as abstract art. They're actually meant to be that way. Yeah, right. Okay. Goodness, hold on, because I just got like a flood of information and it's overwhelming me now. Jeez Louise. Okay. There's been, okay, the person I'm tapping into here is someone who has been feeling very frustrated because almost like a fear paralysis. And they may even have isolated themselves because they feel that no one understands what it is that they are experiencing. It's a major, like, it's almost like each little square there of the pictures that are on the wall and they're being reviewed represents a phase of their life throughout the entire life. Trying to understand, where does this come from? Why do I feel this way? Why am I experiencing these things? They feel a lack of passion. They feel like they're blocked, and they've wasted opportunities that have come before them, and they've wasted them because of fear, fear of failure. So there's some possibilities of family patterning where, and maybe inner child wounding. I mean, that kind of stuff is possible here. We'll take a look a little bit more. This Hierophant in reverse is showing me this person wanting to break free from the patterns that they have adopted for themselves throughout their entire life. They're wanting to break free from that stuff. I may not be capturing the full picture here, but for sure this person wants to break free. They want to be able to think for themselves without having to rely on the rules and the obligations placed upon them by others. They want to understand what their personal beliefs are, not what has been placed on them by others. Again, they feel that that's blocked them. Having to follow the path that others have carved out for them has been paralyzing for this particular group of people, maybe, that I'm seeing here. And it's caused perhaps some isolation because this person feels like no one understands me. This is my particular story, and I'm now trying to figure it out. This is a person that has begun the journey of development, of introspection, of self-reflection, of analysis, connecting the dots. They want to have a new approach moving forward. So they're taking the time, dealing with shadow, dealing with their shadow, dealing with the shadow that's been overcast by the family. Again, patterns is what I'm seeing, hearing. Oof, holy shite. Okay. All right, I mean, let's stick to, I guess, do you want me to use this as a clarification deck? Here, just give me, what else, Spirit? Do you want to talk? Does this, okay, now you want to talk. All right. Can I move you up a little bit? Can you still see? And I know I didn't put my light on, but I think you can see. I mean, it fell here, so I'm going to honor that. I feel like this person, if they are in a relationship, their partner is not understanding what this person is going through, and it may be affecting, like they could be in a relationship, but they feel lonely. They feel no one understands me. And that's definitely something to address. Please keep in mind, you're not using your intuition. You're not tapping into your inner self yet, or during this phase. If you want to get a new approach, you must speak up. You cannot, this is a person that is containing this frustration. However, it's affecting others. Others can tell. It may be affecting this bond that I'm seeing here. Tell me more about that. Or whatever you want to clarify. I guess this isn't going to be a one deck reading. Hold on. I lied. I wanted it to be, but the deck didn't want that. Spirit didn't want that, apparently. So it's a 3 deck reading, and that's okay. I'd like to clarify a little bit more the Lovers card here. This bond, this. I want to clarify that. In relation to the Hermit, this person is being a hermit, even though it's in reverse. It's not, you know, the Hermit is about self-reflection because of trying to understand more. I mean, it's the same thing. It's still self-reflection. It's still, but the Hermit in reverse has a negative connotation to it in the sense that it's more about, it's not a self-directed introspection. It's out of frustration and perhaps vulnerability and inability to really make that decision. It's almost like life is making the decision for you to take this journey, because there's a feeling of seclusion, of loneliness. When the Hermit isolates himself, herself, it's a deliberate decision based on trying to understand themselves better, to evolve spiritually, to receive information from higher self, to give them, allowing themselves the space to do that. In reverse, it's still introspection, but it comes from frustration of not being able to identify that there is even a higher self, not connecting with higher self, not connecting with intuition. So then there's isolation and seclusion, paralysis, fear paralysis, right? I hope that made sense. Tell me about this. It requires effort to maintain this connection here, to maintain the yeah. I feel like this person wants, give me one more. That's too many. One. Yeah, you see, like, it's this person's dark night of the soul, perhaps. And there's a need for, I mean, this is like maybe on the brink of an ascension, and it's going through that, oh, I need to stir. It's a stirring up of the sludge that gets built up through time by ignoring things and pushing things aside. And then all of a sudden, perhaps, or it's been building up. Now I gotta look at this shit. And that's what this is about. I gotta look at all this shit now because I feel stuck. I feel unhappy. I have a good bond here. I have a good relationship, perhaps. Some of you may not. But if those of you that are already in a relationship that are feeling this way, it can affect the relationship. It's causing tension and perhaps conflict because there's lack of communication on this person's part and lack perhaps of understanding on the other person's part. This requires, going through this process requires focus, but also grace and patience and effort. It requires a lot of effort to maintain a balance, to maintain your focus on your journey, but also balancing your relationships. There's a good bond here. If you have not been in a if you are not in a relationship, this is perhaps holding you back from perhaps opening your heart up to receiving love. If you've been asking, how come I can't have a relationship? Because there's some stuff here that you've already begun to process or will need to release yourself. The desire here is, there's a little bit of a rebellion of, I'm sick of this, it's almost like a crutch, like a crutch. You've been relying on these teachings, these patterns have helped you walk through life, right? Like a crutch. But you've been relying on it. It's time to drop the crutch. How do you drop the crutch if you don't have if you can't walk on your own 2 feet, right? That requires focus, it requires balance, it requires practice, it requires healing. You want to take a new approach to life. You want to connect with your own personal beliefs. You might not know what your own personal beliefs are because it's so etched. You're so etched into what other people have demanded that you learn. This could be religion. This could just be beliefs that family has passed on to you and it's affected your life. You need to create an energy shift to maintain and balance the relationships that you are in or that you wish to come into your life. Okay. All right. Damn. You want to tell me about this gift, a reward? This is the reward you can obtain. Yeah, it comes through transformation. This is morbid. For some of you, the release comes, and this is challenging. So I'm going to explain it, okay? This could mean a literal death or passing away of one of or more than one of the people that embedded those beliefs in you. And sometimes the passing of a relative, of a parent, whoever it was, that was very prominent in your life and that created your beliefs for you. Sometimes it requires that person passing on for you to gain that freedom that is desired. And that also, when you experience that freedom, it can be seen as a gift, and then immediately you begin to feel guilt because now you're wanting to connect with the newfound freedom of having to express beliefs that you don't feel within yourself because of that person being in your life. And now all of a sudden, I don't have to do that anymore. Oh, and then the guilt. Oh, am I now you start processing a different kind of, now you start processing a different set of experiences. Am I happy that this person is now gone? Oh my God, what a horrible person am I? You know, all those questions, another stirring happens. It could just be, this could just mean your own transformation and ability to really focus on this process, and you're able to celebrate because you're able to process it on your own without anyone passing away, without anyone, you know, this could look really, this process can look really different for different people. A lot of people go through, hopefully everyone goes through this process. Believe it or not, I believe that it would be great for everyone to slough off the patterns that have been placed upon you so that you can develop your own beliefs from your own self after you understand yourself. Okay? Ooh. For some of you, it's moving away from those entities. Literally just moving away can clear the air a little bit because you're not under that the presence, the energy is not as strong if you move away. I see like someone moving into another state. Not necessarily for the purpose of getting away from the I'm going to call it the family member, but perhaps the effect of moving away creates that distance and space and clears up the energy to be able to then see more clearly. So this could go a number of ways. I hope I'm being clear. I hope. But you will be rewarded with that freedom. Well, whatever it is that will be a reward for you. Let's see if I can get a little more information about the gift. Yeah, you see, you start to become your own person. Why? Again, look at that, the checkered flag, the finale with the urn, which represents death here. Okay, again, that's just that's it. It's either making the decision to stop it, because there's been some analysis and introspection, okay? Maybe out of necessity or because it's a decision that's been made to go through that process. The tongue, speaking up is an extremely important step in the release and the freedom. It might require speaking up to the person or people that place those patterns upon you. And that's hard. That's hard. But it may be the final step, the one that truly releases you. The one that truly makes you like, that's the gift. And you become your own gift because you begin to appreciate yourself. You feel relieved that you are capable of doing such a thing. You feel honored that you've been able to go through that process and come out the other end as yourself. Okay. Oh my goodness. Achievements. It's a huge achievement when you get to when you're able to experience this and actually get to this point. You feel competent. And yeah, for some of you, it will be an intense confrontation. I see an intense confrontation here. Coming from truth, speaking truth with accuracy, speaking truth. But it comes with confidence behind it. This doesn't happen until you feel confident enough. You've already looked at the information. So this is a pretty specific message. I believe everyone has this experience to go through, because everyone has had patterns placed upon them. And many people go through their life without realizing it. When you begin to realize it, you begin to feel uncomfortable. And you begin to do the analysis. And you begin to feel a rebellion within you, wanting to free yourself. I want to think freely for myself. I want to have my own beliefs. What do I believe? Who am I? All of those questions, right? That's a major life. It could be a crisis, or it could be, like I said, an ascension, an awakening. You begin to understand who you are because of this processing, which is so crucial. It breaks patterns. It breaks the chains of. I'm talking about like the negative, because there's positive things that are passed on to you. But I'm talking about the negative stuff, okay? The stuff that holds you back, the stuff that makes you feel paralyzed by fear, that makes you feel stuck, the stuff that makes you feel like you wasted your life because you were trying to please others, or because you didn't even know what you wanted to do in the first place, and you've been like a lost soul. That stuff, okay? The stuff that makes you want to just find distractions in life because you're not connected internally, because you hear other people's words in your head. That stuff. Not the nice apple pie recipe that your mom got from her grandma and from her mom, and not that. I'm talking about the stuff that makes you stuck. Everyone has that, I believe. And everyone should go through this process. And when you begin to go through that process, you begin to really tap into who you are. And that's when you awaken. And that's when life changes, and you become your true self. You connect with your true self. Woo! Anyway, okay. Dang. The storm has stirred up a lot of strong energy. I mean, what bigger energy than a freaking hurricane? Really? Really? All right, I'm ready for guidance. I mean, what else is there? Like, I see the situation and I see the result. So let's see what guidance. I mean, I feel like I've said enough. I don't know if you feel that, but Spirit, from these decks, let's just get the guidance. Here, I'll shuffle it one more, and then we'll get one. Oh, okay. That's the one then. Come on. There it is. Look at that, man. With your heart chakra, your heart now is balanced. The Knight of Wands coming in with feeling fearless. What's the guidance here? Is to tap into your confidence, to be brave and go through this experience, to approach it from a heart-centered place. Okay? Use your intuition. Allow your intuition to guide you. But do it with love, okay? This isn't about hating your family or hating the people who, it could be teachers, it could be other people that are influential. Typically it's parents, right? That's the typical connection there, but it could be someone else. This could mean something different for you. Interpret it in your own way. But go approach this through love, through gratitude that you can even experience such a process. You're very lucky. How many people that are so frustrated and then they end up being angry and causing hate and pain? Those people don't know that this is a process they can go through. They're not even close to it. Imagine how fortunate you are that you are capable of acknowledging that you have to go through this process and actually doing it to get to this point where you can speak up for yourself and have that confrontation or conversation. It doesn't have to be a confrontation. And it ends up being a reward for you, a gift. That's a beautiful process that not everyone is capable of. So celebrate yourself. You can still be rebellious, but approach it with love. Okay? With your confidence. It's going to require action on your part. Be inspired that you are going to break cycles that won't be passed on moving forward. That you will create a new cycle. If you have children, or whether you don't have children, you could be influencing other people to go through this process themselves, or to understand that they need to understand themselves. This is nice. This is nice. Anything else, Spirit, for guidance, or what inspires guidance here? I don't know how to approach that, but yeah, you see, tap into the wisdom and the beliefs, your beliefs. Now you establish, this is the Hierophant. This is the Hierophant in reverse here, and this is the Hierophant upright. That's fascinating to me anyway. You now have tapped into a bunch of wisdom you have learned, but you also have developed your own wisdom, tapped into your wisdom that you can pass on. Whew. Okay, last. Comes from a place of positivity, not negativity. Last one, Spirit. One, please. This one, no. Yes. No. Okay. Yeah. That's funny. Now you become, you're still rebellious. You know, there's a rebelliousness to anyone who has to go through this process. It is a rebellion. It is sometimes a little bit of a lone wolf style, if not lifestyle. Okay, we're not ignoring this connection here. Some of you are in a connection with someone. This can only help you enhance or connect or fix or heal the connection if it's had challenges, or it might open you up to saying, I don't want to be. You make decisions. You're capable of clearly making decisions when you've reached the stage where you feel like, okay, you love your freedom. It doesn't mean you get rid of all relationships. It just means that you are a free thinker now. And maybe the connection here is also stifling in some way. You bring in the truth in your relationships, and you explain the process that you've been going through. If you really communicate, if you want to keep your relationships healthy and long lasting and ever growing and expanding and you know, living within the dynamics of the changes in the cycles of life, you must communicate clearly. If you don't communicate what it is you're experiencing, what it is that you're processing, your partner, your other relationships that you have don't know what's going on. Give them the respect to understand what you are going through, and then have self-respect to make decisions if your partner or your friends or your relationships decide they don't want to evolve. That's another decision for you to make at that point. You will connect with Soul Tribe, with other like-minded people that are going through the same process. Once you go through this, it's like it attracts people that are in the same process, that it's just an energy, it's a vibration. Okay, I'm done. I feel this was pretty deep. Again, it's the energies of the storm as it's outside, strong winds and gusts of wind and all of that. It's like, yeah. Whew, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna upload it exactly as it is without editing. So I hope you enjoyed that. Everybody who's in the path, please stay safe. I hope that everyone stays safe, and sending you healing, protective energy. And yeah, for the rest of you, I hope you enjoyed this. I will, if I maintain power and internet connection, I will start uploading. I will start doing readings and uploading them for you. All right. Thank you so much. My soul embraces yours. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Yes. Bye.